heralding it now. We are now entering the vortex. You have been warned. You understand that? We're being hit by mega 21st century advanced technology. That's why the globalists don't care what we think anymore. That's why they don't care about Alex Jones. They know the average yuppie watching this is just going to laugh, is totally defenseless. Humanity is being absorbed by the technocracy. The globalists have engineered the sixth great extinction. We've got to have debates about this and what we're going to do in the future and how we're going to respond to this. Because this is all real. This is happening. I'm seeing more and more mainstream news articles and admitting that television can actually not just push you into a highly suggestible dream state so that you accept the verbal and visual propaganda being fed to you, but that it can actually even affect your health, your wellness, with encoded digital messages within the transmission itself. Psychotronic deals with electronic different fields. They admit not just the message in TV, not just the overt propaganda, not just the flicker rate that puts you into a mesmerized sleep type state where you're subconsciously accepting everything. It cuts off the critical areas of the brain, the left and right lobes of the cerebral cortex. But actual programming directly into the lower centers of the brain, breathing, eating, sex drive, all of it, that they can actually program it. They can kill you now with the television set. These are patented. They can, if they want to, folks, they can kill you with a television set. Kill you. Let me say it again. Kill you. You remember about 12 years ago, tens of thousands of Japanese children went into convulsions all over the country when an episode of Pokemon aired that they later admitted was a, quote, test of the flashing strobe. Just with a strobe timed to the child-level algorithms of the brain, they were able to cause convulsions. Tens of thousands, boom, as it airs, simultaneously falling out of their chairs. Now, if you know these systems exist, which they do, the question is, will the globalists use it? Well, you know their motto, an unused weapon is a useless weapon. And you're thinking, well, I'll just turn the television set off. Oh, I'm sorry, they can do it through fluorescent light bulbs. That's why under law they're banning all the phosphorescent and phasing them out in the next 3 years. The bans began this year of the higher watts down. They're going to be able to mind control us with the street lights. Folks, how many things have you tuned into and laughed at and years later it's mainstream news? Kind of like I told you 15 years ago, they're taking all babies' blood at birth and putting it in the secret DNA database with the Pentagon for bioweapons. Now that's all been declassified in the last 12 months. Of course, we had the documents. You didn't listen to us when we had them. I have all the different patents. That's not true. There's so many thousands that I don't have them all. I've read hundreds where they can kill you. And now they're shifting over to phosphorescent bulbs to the fluorescent bulbs and admitting that the government's going to have data transmission over the light bulbs in your house. That's why they're making it the law all over the world that you've got to have the fluorescence, no more phosphorescent. Because now this is rolling into government buildings from Texas to Minnesota. The light bulbs are, quote, communicating with the computers and security systems in the building at ultra-fast wavelength levels, flickering on and off, that the human eye cannot consciously perceive. And under those very patents, you find the sub-patents for mind control and causing physiological developments in the human body. It's all about artificial scarcity. It's all about taking things and infrastructure that we've built and then raping you, squeezing you by these consolidated elite cartels. And it's about all the new under federal regulations. It's the same in many other first world nations. The dishwashers, the clothes washers, the entertainment centers, the refrigerators. Everything is tracking and tracing what you buy, what you sell, what you do. The new refrigerators track and read all the RFID on the product. The TiVo, the cable, tracks what you watch and creates a psychological algorithm and tracks you, what ads you watch. They have built-in microphones and cameras on the Kinetic Microsoft video game system that face scans you and can record up to 7 different people's voices in real time. I mean, they're just rolling Big Brother out, just like the cell phones under federal law 1996 track us all in real time via GPS, and they can dial in even when the phone's turned off and listen to you. And, of course, we were kooky to tell you that in 96 because we had the Telecommunications Act. But people didn't want to listen. And then by about 2003, Fox News and others said, Big Brother, eat your heart out. The government's listening to everything you do with AI computers, no warrants, and it's good. Hey, nah, we're going to take your baby's blood. We're going to put telescreens up in the Walmarts and at 9,000 other locations. The TSA is going to be at train stations, bus stations, and highway checkpoints. The police are going to take your blood without warrants. And why are they so confident? Because they've got the high-def TV with scientific patents to literally be able to program your brain like you program a VCR. To be able to program everything you're doing. That's why they're so confident. We've taken the bait of the iPads and the iPhones and the whole system. It was on record when TV was first rolled out in the 40s that after a few minutes of watching TV, the first time you watch television, it takes on average about an hour in the major studies that you can pull up online for someone to have suspended disbelief. After someone has had suspended disbelief one time, it takes on average about 2 minutes. The eyes are a electrochemical coupler. Your eyes are the window to your mind, your soul. Your eyes are the electrochemical receiver couplers. Just like you have infrared systems that can transmit data over, just like they have light bulbs now that communicate with your computers. That's what your eyes are doing. They're receivers. They're stalks. When you're in your embryonic development, just a few weeks into development, from the back of the brain grows the eye stalks. In fact, your eyes are brain tissue, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking at someone's eyes, you're looking at their brain. You're looking into my eyes right now. You're looking at Alex Jones's brain. My most important sense. My brain looking right at you. Your brain looking right back at me right now. Now, you're not just looking at the image and the audio of what I'm saying and doing. Your body is picking up the body language. It's picking up the tones. It's picking up from an instinctive level, whether you think I'm telling the truth or not. You're intellectually also scanning for data you have to see if it compares and matches what I'm saying. But the globalists can now trump all of that. They can feed through, even though I'm sending out a clear signal, they can feed over the broadcaster transmission signal after they get my original signal, the video stream we're sending out. They can add magnetic light energy. In the patents, there's 3 different ways to do it. They could embed it to make you docile, to make you hungry, to make you angry, to make you be sexually aroused, to make you go into a deeper sleep state, and they can even ratchet down your sleep state until you go into a oxygen deprivation zone of deep sleep, which is near death and can even put you into death.